5 years ago last Sunday night, Paddy Clancy took a wife. 'Twas little Bridget Haley, who would stick to him for life. So he gave a wooden wedding, the event to celebrate, and he sent out invitations to his friends both small and great. Now everyone was supposed to bring a present made of wood. Some of the things they brought were bad and some were very good, but everyone who came, they did the very best they could, when Clancy had a wedding made of wood. Well, there was all kinds of wood brought to the house that night, soft wood, hard wood, and kindling wood delight. There was wood and wooden shavings, enough to fill a bed. 'Twas brought to Clancy's house when he was 5 years wed. The first one to get there was Pater Houlihan. He brought a present of a Japanese fan. Then came Maloney, just as neat as a pin. He brought a cradle for to rock the baby in. O'Brien brought a storehouse handsomely engraved. O'Tearley bought a cord of wood for which he didn't pay. Murphy brought the clothespins and Ryan brought a broom. It looked as though a lumber yard exploded in the room. And there was wood that came from China, wood that came from Spain, wood that came from Jerusalem across the raging main, wood that came from Russia sent by the Tsar, wood that came from County Limerick, enough to build a car. Wood that came from Scotland, wood that came from Wales, wood that came from England, wood that came from jail. They passed around the whiskey and they passed around the ale. When the glasses wasn't big enough, they used a wooden pail. Everyone was feeling good, no one was feeling dry. All around the glory, and the glory it was high. Someone asked Clancy, would he sing a song? Clancy said he would, but his voice it was not gone. Up jumped Maloney, and he gave a recitation, all about the kind of wood that grew in every nation. Begorra, such a racket, it was hard to keep it mum, and O'Brien called Maloney an educated bum. So up jumped Maloney, and he gave him such a whack. He raised up a lump in the middle of his back. That was the signal, and they all began to fight. And the women hollered murder, and they said it wasn't right. Ryan threw a kettle, and then the frying pan. Murphy threw the poker, and it hit O'Houlihan. Patrick lost his false teeth, and through the window dove. And Maloney sat down on a red-hot stove. There was all kind of wood went flying through the air. Brady hit O'Grady with the handle of a chair. Murphy grabbed Sullivan and threw him on the bed. He stabbed him with a clothespin and left him there for dead. The police called 25 and 30 got away. And then they took them before the judge the very next day. The judge looked at them as before him they stood. He gave them 60 days in jail, and now they are all sawing wood.
Gosh.
Clancy's Wooden Wedding.